Hello.
If I could climb, I would climb.
To be honest, we should just have a whole bunch of, like, shelves and whatnot for them to climb on. Just specifically for them to climb on, so they're not climbing on everything else.
If it fits, I sits.
Now get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there.
Come here, though. Come here, though.
What popped?
I hit my ankle.
Your ankles pop?
Yeah.
My knees pop. Maybe that's what's wrong with them. Anyway. 3, 2, 1.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play
AM2R. Another Metroid 2 remake. Having dealt with Ceres, we've got a screw attack and a gravity suit and ice beams and whatnot. We are really loaded out for war on SR388, so let's crash everything! Yeah. And go back through this area because now that I have certain power-ups, I can actually get a power-up that we couldn't get earlier.
Oh.
Ow. Now that I have the screw attack, I can screw you, and screw you, and screw you as well. That's usually getting the screw attack tends to be the part of the game where the game opens up tremendously because a lot of things just tend to be locked off by screw attack blocks. Depending, really. Metroid Zero Mission actually ended up giving you the screw attack before the space jump. So it was still a little bit limited at that point. Now, that's one thing about certain Metroid games that I'm finding, specifically like between this game and Zero Mission and whatnot, is just like the different order you get certain power-ups in actually changes the dynamic of the game and how
Please get down.
difficult or challenging it is. I will say, though, that as good as a game like Zero Mission was, I honestly found a lot of its extra stuff, you know, like the stuff that you had to pick up that wasn't mandatory to the game, little add-ons and hullabaloos and whatnot. I kind of find the structure of the game around trying to find all of the extra power-ups and whatnot to be the weakest point of Zero Mission, and why I actually think it's, despite being a Metroid player's Metroid game with the whole, oh, non-linear, no one knows what to do or where to go, it's a little bit more convoluted. And I'm sure Zero Mission is a fine game if you're not 100%ing it. Like if you're speedrunning it or something, but
Bouncy balls.
Structure-wise, I felt Zero Mission was kind of weak for a Metroid game. Like, to be honest, the main things I really like and enjoy about a Metroid title is that sense of evolution. You're powering up, you're getting stronger, you're getting a whole lot of more stuff, and
Bouncy balls!
Yeah.
Bouncy balls!
I like that part of Metroidvania stuff, where you feel like you're really gaining your strength as you move along through the gameplay and story and whatnot. I don't care about the getting lost and trying to figure out what you're doing on your own type of thing, especially in games where the structure of doing so is, at least in my opinion, rather weak.
Okay.
It's just like, I'm pretty sure Zero Mission is fine. A fine enough Metroid title. It's... How many strange and bizarre things I had to do in order to fill out my quota for the game. It's just like, I'm not going to say that there aren't some things that in these Metroid games that, like even this one, that aren't a little bit peculiar, like this puzzle, which took me fucking forever to figure out. But once I did, it was not that bad. It's just like, once you know the solution, it's fine. But then I think of the solution to all sorts of puzzles like there were in, like, Fusion and Zero Mission. I'm just like, God fucking damn it. Whether or not you know how to do this doesn't fucking matter if you have to shine spark back and forth across an area. And keep that shine spark while also jumping at times and all that stuff. It just, I'm sorry. It pissed me the fuck off.
I see.
The sort of convoluted mess that stuff in those games were. God, I love shine sparking in this game.
Well, when it doesn't involve puzzle.
No, it just allows you to get through places faster. Stop that! A missile tank.
Oh.
But that's all we came back for. More power bombs. So that's good. I could have probably gotten up here a lot sooner with bomb jumping or whatnot, but since I was going to have to come back there for the power bombs anyway...
What? Did I see those things before? What?
Yeah, we're back here. We've come back to the central chamber.
I'm only just noticing now that they just kind of look like your ship.
Yeah, I noticed that when the first time I played the game, actually. It was just like, what are these little bug things that look like my helmet / ship?
Huh. Huh. Okay. You gotta.
Oh yeah, there's another thing, and I'm not sure whether, I'm pretty sure both Fusion and Zero Mission had this, but fake block rooms. I hate fake blocks, and I hate. They had whole rooms that were nothing but fake blocks, and you had to like either shine spark or screw attack through them without falling through them. Because once you touch those blocks, it just keeps dragging you down and down and down like quicksand. It's like once you land on one, you can't jump because you instantly go straight through it. I don't think there are any of those in this game, as far as I can recall off the top of my head, unless we already passed one or something, I'm not sure. It's another thing, it's kind of funny that how the dynamic of the game changes because of the different power-ups you get and when. Also applies to like beam weapons, because up until now we didn't have the ice beam. Now that we have, it's just like enemies. I mean, the plasma and wave beam already goes through so many things, but without the ice beam, it just sort of, it's still not 100% instantaneous how fast these things go down. It's like you combine enough beam power-ups and
Bouncy balls!
Eventually you're just a unstoppable motherfucker who can't be stopped. It's sort of the same thing, if I recall, in Fusion, is that you didn't actually get the wave beam until last. It's like you got the plasma beam before the wave beam, and you don't realize how having both the plasma and wave beam together was really what broke the game. Still confuses me why the combined wave and plasma beam looks like a fucking rotini noodle.
Rotini?
Yeah, I can't remember where I got that idea. I think it was one of the other playthroughs I watched. Just like, you're firing rotini noodles at him now.
Rotini noodles.
Well, they look like they're double helix shaped.
Oh. Wow.
And they're like green and yellow and colors and whatnot. Like those multicolored noodles that are supposed to be healthier for you.
I don't know if they're multicolored, but I know the green ones are like made out of they're veggie noodles.
Well, I remember the boxes that have like regular colored ones and green ones and orange ones all in the same box.
Are those veggie noodles?
I don't know. All I do know is that
Or are they just fun noodles? I guess it wouldn't
we
matter.
haven't had them in a while, and I miss rotini. Oh god, frame rate. I don't know why, when I started this particular recording session, the frame rate just had a fit.
Oh, water again.
Yeah, we're actually doing some backtracking now.
Yeah, that's another thing about speedruns, is I don't imagine you'd do any backtracking. Unless it was absolutely necessary. Though I think we already talked about that.
Thank you for just leaving a missile lying right in the middle of the floor. Yeah, I'm just doing most of this backtracking to get all the extra items that I missed. Because I'm more of a 100% type of playthrough guy than I am a speedrunner. It's just like, I appreciate the idea behind doing a speedrun, especially if it's like a 100% speedrun, because of the amount of tricks you can do to get things early and how you sort of maximize your performance during the course of the game. And I was hoping to achieve something like that during this playthrough, but I didn't. But, oh boy. We're about to come up to that part.
Oh? Oh, goody.
And believe me, this did take several tries, but not because I couldn't do it, but because I couldn't do it fast.
Ah.
And that's the thing that really annoyed me the most about this particular part is I could do it, but it took me like 7 attempts in one take. And I didn't want that to be the way the video turned out. It's just like, god damn it, I don't want a rerun of what I did during that actual video. And there we go. Not so hard now that I have it down pat, but it did take a few tries to make it look good on camera, is what I'm saying. I don't know why there's speed booster blocks there if I can't build up enough speed to actually go through them.
Well, maybe it's possible, somehow.
It might be, I just... Ugh.
Maybe you're going the other way, perhaps?
I don't know.
Bouncy
This
balls!
is fun. Getting a ball down a shaft.
Yay! Push the ball down the
Bouncy, 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 bouncy. Come on.
There we go.
There we go. Open door. Give me power bombs.
Where did all these blocks come from?
I don't know. Chozo. It does make you wonder why every time you actually hit a certain block, those little icons appear over them, just like, oh, you're supposed to be destroying it with bomb blocks, or you're supposed to destroy it with power bombs. It's like, where does, aside from the whole video game nature of the game, how would you know how to do that without those little pictures? And who put them there?
Jozo?
Were they really that bored?
Yes.
Speaking of backtracking, we are now actually going back to a place that I think is absolutely 100% entirely optional, aside from 100%ing, because this is a completely new section added to the game.
Oh.
Yes. An overworld area where the,
Wait, you actually get to go outside?
yeah, we're outside again. The GFS Throth is a Griffin-class ship. Once an escort Olympus-class battleship, it has since been converted to a research vessel. The crew is continued... Yeah. There's a ship here! A Federation ship that we can actually check out. An Anherd-class gunship is also nearby.
Huh.
Hey, wait a minute. Anherd-class gunship. Weren't those in Prime 2? This room looks very familiar, especially now that I've actually played Fusion. Yes, that frog in that room is from the opening sequence of Metroid Fusion. That's where Samus gets infested by the X-Parasite.
Huh.
Later on. Speaking of the Anherd-class gunship, see that in the background? Look familiar?
Yes.
That's the ship from Metroid Prime 2. Or one that is of the same classification. But we're not going to go inside that one. We're going to go inside this one. Because there's probably something in here.
Like dead people.
Scanning environment. Entry updated. Motion sensor system plays as follows. No signal, no signal, no signal. East wing movement detected.
Oh.
So maybe there's a survivor.
Yay! Why is there not a door to get there? Oh, there is, but...
It's from the other end. Ooh. Oh, there's an energy tank here.
Okay.
And there's a busted open containment thing.
Look, aliens.
Uh-oh. Enter the Genesis! Which was actually something that was in Metroid Fusion, but as a more regular enemy rather than a boss. So, it's actually gotten something of a badass update here.
Huh.
And my god, those acid-spewing things have a long dang range, so be careful of that! And man, listen to this music.
Yeah. Is this actually based on anything?
I don't think so. I'm off the top of my head. It might be a remix of something from Fusion, but I don't. All I know is that it's quite a fun little track. Damn. Again, it's also possible to build up, like, speed booster energy in this room, but it doesn't work on this damn thing.
Huh. Doesn't bloody work on anything.
It only works on regular fucking enemies. Never bosses. Which I understand it does in Super Metroid, if you can actually manage to do that in Super Metroid. The few very rare instances. But
Well,
yeah,
I didn't like
dead.
that.
And that was the Genesis, and this has been the Federation research vessel. And that's it.
Well, that's a nice little side thing, I suppose.
It's a nice little side thing. Adds a little bit more to the story of the game and whatnot, and to the background, the lore and whatnot. But otherwise, again, entirely optional, not part of the original Metroid 2. But that's it for this part of Let's Play AM2R. So, thank you absolutely everyone for watching. Remember RCFS, and out.